minutes, hours for notifications to go out. See if anybody wants to play in the middle of the day. But anyways, I'll start talking here in a minute about what's going on.
I haven't got the do not wait. Oh, wait, here it is.
Okay,
Wait,
Melissa finally got her notification.
Turn my thing down.
Okay, so give it a second or two more.
First. I thought
What's
it'd be
up,
first
Wolfman?
now.
How you doing? How you doing? Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Your comment didn't even go through, woman. Did you leave
I
a
didn't
comment?
leave one.
Oh,
I was going to put first, and I saw Wolfman got that first.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like,
Beat you.
Second.
You beat Melissa.
And I was here. There, second.
Looks like everybody's working this morning, but anyways.
But us.
anyways, we'll go ahead and start this conversation here.
Oh, there.
What's up, Brian? Sitting here in Findlay, Ohio, waiting to get a load since.
Trucker Rob on there too?
Trucker Rob? What's up, Trucker Rob?
Yeah, sometimes.
I don't see Trucker Rob.
Right below me.
Oh, yeah, right there. The Life of Trucker Rob. Okay. So, Findlay, Ohio, I delivered at 3 a.m. Dispatch isn't going to get in until about 7 a.m., so I shut her down. Dispatch contacts me around 8, says, good morning, looking for a load. And it is, what time is it right now?
1:20.
1:20 in the afternoon, and I've been offered a load that pays $1.60, $1.50, $1.49, and $1.40. One paid $1. The one that paid $1.60 or whatever it was, or $1.69, was going to North Dakota. Which it's like, okay, what can we get out of North Dakota? We don't know. There's not, it's like, yeah. So you want me to drive into North Dakota for $1.69 and then deadhead out? That's okay. Yeah, we can't even find a load. We can't even find a load that's paying $1.90 a mile, $2 a mile. We just got offered before I did this live. We just got offered a load going to Las Vegas, Nevada. That was the best paying load offered so far. After their 12%, it was probably, I forgot about that one until just now. It would be paying probably about $1.80 a mile. But do I really want to go all the way from Findlay, Ohio? Well, actually, we'd have to deadhead to Indianapolis to pick not Indianapolis, Greenfield, Indiana, to pick up the load from here, which is no short jaunt. And do I really want it for $1.80 a mile? Drive up over Vail?
No.
And deal with going into Las Vegas, which I guess there's some entertainment stuff that we could haul out of there, but for the most part, what are you going to get out of Las Vegas? What are you going to get? Let's see. Metal Music Mania says, didn't truck drivers once earn $5 per mile? Oh yeah, they did. Now you'll see in my comments come tomorrow, the next day, there's going to be a lot of drivers saying they're making, $30, $40, $90 a mile, and they only have to work 1 day a week, and they bring home 6 figures a year, because that's how YouTube is. I'm sure I had a load that paid $3 or $4 a mile last week or so, but I don't sit and act like that's the end all be all, because that's not the average. I don't even think I'm averaging $2 a mile now.
I like that color.
Baby shit green.
I don't know. Is it? It almost looked like it was silver when it was coming at us. Yeah, now it's different. No, I don't like it now.
It looks like
gray or
in between an olive and baby shit.
No, it looks like ocean.
But I don't know, man. These things are freaking hard over here in the spot market world. And these guys that are going to come on and say, well, it must be the company you're with. Well, I can go on the DAP board, I can go on Uber Freight, I can go on Load Board 123, I can go on all these different boards, and I can see what the rates are. for, you know, the loads that are here. They're garbage. You know? It sucks. It really does. Weather is always bright and sunny when she's the passenger. Huh? You mean the weather is always bright and sunny when Melissa's the passenger? You mean because she's not driving? What about Coyote? I don't have the Coyote board, but I'm sure it's going to be like all the other boards. I'm sure there's not a board that has just...
Oh, shit. No, it's hard here at Prime, too. I'm team struggling to make solo money.
Yeah. So
it's
Prime...
bad everywhere.
Oh, wait a minute. No. You're the only Prime driver that's going to admit that, because I get nothing but Prime drivers talking about the millions of dollars they're making.
And that's solo.
Yeah. Windy as hell in Maryland. All right. It's hard here at Prime. Team struggling to make so. Yeah, that's you know, it's funny because a couple weeks ago, before Melissa got off the truck, we made solo money a couple of times running as a team. We made good solo money, a high solo week, like $8,000 for the week, gross, which would be a high solo week for a solo driver. But we did that a couple of times as a team truck. It's getting nuts, you know, and I'm starting to get worried about running this truck for barely making any, you know, making a little bit of money, putting wear and tear on the truck. I'm starting to get worried about that. So it's like, all right, it's what, today's Wednesday?
Yeah.
It's Wednesday. Our pay cutoff is Monday. I've got all my fixed costs covered. So now I can be picky. You know, I can be picky because worst case scenario, I don't run the rest of I sit here in Findlay, Ohio for the rest of the week. And at least my fixed costs are paid. Obviously, I wouldn't really sit here all that time, but no, it says I never broke 8K revenue since the last week of January. Yeah. See, I've got guys telling me different over there, but like I said, you know, you got people who tell the truth, and then you got the comment section.
Oh. Where?
Are the YouTubers. You know what? I guess just Google Prime Inc. You probably got YouTubers on there. My driver code is da-da-da-da. We're making $8 million a week here at Prime. Come over here, but you got to use my driver's code.
Yeah.
I'm looking at moving within the next year.
Yeah.
Melissa wants to know where it's still in Tennessee, but we are looking at buying some land. Buying some land? Buying a house with land, or just buying some land to stare at and go, look, I have land with nothing on it. Because one thing people always forget when they want to buy land is you got to bring electricity in, you got to bring sewage in, you got to bring water in, you got to bring phone in if you want a phone, which you don't really need a phone anymore. You got to get a driveway put in, you got to get your hardscape put down.
Oh, she's buying land and temporarily living in a trailer.
Yeah. Melissa and I, for a few times when we were going to buy a house, we looked into getting land. But by the time you dig a well or get the sewer brought in,
it's expensive.
You know, all that shit, it was like, no way. It's way cheaper to buy a pre-existing house.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was always... But people, but you can build a house the way you want it. No, I can't, because I can't afford to, because I had to pay $50,000 just to get utilities in there. You know, and depending on how far your land is off the beaten path, you know, they charge you so much per mile or foot or whatever. But good luck with that. Hopefully you find what you're looking for. I was looking for some land, but once again, I started looking into what it would cost to put a prefab house on it, and I was like,
Did you see Noah's comment?
About Prime?
No, this says right under Keanu's.
There's not one here. He must have cussed in it.
Oh, yeah, and I okayed it.
Yeah, so I don't get to see those.
Oh, it says this No, a sentence says, this last week I only made $3,500 revenue. Granted, because of a sales fuck up. Got stuck sitting on a load 3 days because sales didn't plan properly.
Yeah, that sucks. See, that was a sales issue rather than you just can't get a load issue. I'm looking for land that is off grid, not on grid. Looking at going solar and such. Shit, solar's really expensive.
Oh my god, yeah, it is. Unless you do it yourself.
Yeah, and good luck on that.
No, you did it themselves.
Yeah, I know, but come on, how good is it actually?
No.
We actually looked into solar, and they want like $60,000. We're home once a month, and to cover our electricity bill, they want $60,000 fucking dollars in solar.
Yeah, later.
It's like, get the hell out of here. Oh, but you get a government grant for $3,000. Oh, okay, so it's 50-some thousand dollars. No, I'm still good.
Chris Latimer, I'm not first, so I'm last.
What's up, Mr. Latimer? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Your parents are off grid. I already know how to do it. You gonna run batteries and stuff like that? I worked at a house one time where he was off grid, and he had a big generator, like a commercial generator, and a bunch of batteries he would charge and run his house off of. The only problem was while I was there, his dryer wasn't working, and unfortunately I had to tell him his dryer couldn't run off a generator or batteries. It needed an actually 60 hertz, 55 hertz. I can't remember what the hertz cycle was, but it wasn't getting a proper hertz cycle to run the dryer properly. Not that you can get inverters and stuff that will do it, it's just his wouldn't do it. Batteries and such. Yeah, so I don't need to live like no fucking gypsy. Just kidding, Kiana. I can see you living off batteries. The old lady freaking crawling out of her house in a blizzard. God damn it. That ever start? It won't start. I ain't got no lights.
Remember, Unabomber was off the ground.
Yeah, exactly. My parents run their washer and dryer no problem, so plan to replicate what they have. Good, yeah. Yeah, you just got to get the proper inverters. A lot of the like newer appliances had a hard time off certain inverters. They have to have a certain wave cycle. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, I'm trying to get to work there, Jeremy. Why don't you get to work, you lazy ass mofo? Driving a Peterbilt that's always broke down. But
just listening to talk.
This guy spends more time in the shop. He spends more time in the shop than I spend sitting around at truck stops waiting for loads. I was hoping that when I started this live, it would jinx me and I would get a load offer and have to go, but yeah.
I know, that's what I always think, but no.
Yeah, that ain't no life for me to live like that off solar panels and windmills and batteries. I need electricity. I mean, I could have solar panels charging my electricity, so I could use, but I ain't living off the grid, man. Screw that noise. My beard ain't hippie enough for that. As soon as you're AP, what makes you think you're going to get a load? What makes you think you're so special that you're going to get a load? If you guys don't know, Jeremy works at Prime. And he thinks he's special and he's going to just get a load middle of the day. That's cool.
Sales is going to work on it.
Sales is going to work on what?
Getting a load.
Yeah. Oh. I'll ask sales for a load. They'll get me a load.
Sales.
He says because he works at Prime. All right, we'll see. I had to wait for my tablet to update this morning. Thing took forever. Yeah. Well, I'm going to try to flip my phone because I keep getting my finger in the way of the things. Yeah, I had to update my phone about a week ago, and it kept telling me to update it every 15 freaking minutes for like 2 days. And then it kept asking me or telling me that my phone's been updated for a couple more days.
It was doing that.
It was like, what the hell, man? I know, you told me. But yeah, Jeremy, I was telling him I just got a couple more load offers. One to North Dakota, one to Las Vegas, and one to Laredo. They wanted to send me from somewhere here in Ohio to Laredo for $1. I think it was $1.43 a mile.
Insane.
Crazy. All right, Kiana, be good. Be safe. Be careful.
Later.
Now she's telling me she's having a hard time finding a load.
Who?
Dispatcher.
Our dispatcher?
Yeah, what do you mean, who?
Oh, I thought you were reading what somebody said.
Jeremy's going to be writing that when he goes to try to find a load. He's going to be writing, I'm having a hard time finding a load.
Finding something.
They're going to send him to the terminal because he's so close to the terminal over there in Joplin. They're going to say, sir, you need to bring your trailer in for inspection. That's another thing. I was just notified this morning that my truck and trailer are due for a DOT inspection by the end of the month. I got a DOT physical coming in next month. What did I say, April 20th?
23rd, I think. So it's around the time I got my CDL, because I got mine 24th.
Yeah, but mine technically, I must have got it done early at some point, because I started in June, so mine should have been around June. Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
That's why I thought it was in June.
Yeah, so I must have each year getting it a couple weeks earlier, a couple weeks earlier, a couple weeks earlier, so next thing you know, you're 2 months early. When diesel drops to $1.99, you should see $10 a mile loads. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, will we ever see it drop that low?
One, we'll never see diesel get that low, and two, you'll never see that. I think that's what his point was.
Oh.
Because you'll never see that, so you'll never see the $10 mile loads. But watch, you'll see in this comment section, there's always one guy who pops in and says, dude, I'm pulling nothing but $5, $6, $7 a mile loads. I don't know what your problem is. Must be the company you work for. It's like, okay.
People are such liars.
Okay. Oh, and let me clarify something if somebody watches this video, because, we had a little hash out about this whole getting home on time. Let me explain to you guys what getting home on time to me is. Okay? Let's put a scenario in place. I'm going to go home for 5 days. Okay? I have a doctor's... Usually we both have doctor's appointments when we were having these issues. So, let's say I have a doctor's appointment on the 13th. Melissa has a doctor's appointment on the 14th. I'm going to tell my dispatch, hey, I need to be home on the 12th because I have an appointment on the 13th. And we have an appointment on the 15th, so 12, 13, 14, 15. So we'll be back basically on the 17th. Well, what's getting me home late is when you're telling me, okay, you have an appointment on, what did I say, the 12th? 13th?
I think 13th.
Whatever it was. Okay, my appointment's on the 13th. When you're telling me, well, I can get you home on the 12th, but you're going to get me home at 11 o'clock at night on the 12th, and I have a 10 o'clock appointment on the 13th. Oh, and when you're getting me home, you're getting me to the Houston yard, which is 80 miles from the house. So now I got to drop the trailer, wash out, drop, all that crap, then get home by 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. That, to me, is getting me home late. Getting me home the day I have an appointment is getting me home late. Okay? When I tell you I have now, there's been many a times where it's like, okay, I want home time. I want to be home. We're going to do home time on the 5th. But we have no appointments or anything. And, you know, the 3rd comes around, 4th comes around. It's like, okay, we can, you know what, I got this loaded. I can get you home on the 5th, or I can get you home on the 6th. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine, because I don't have any things scheduled. So I'll just take the extra days off at the tail end. Like when Jeremy came over, they actually got him to my house 4 days early. So he left 4 days early. Luckily, I went home a week early. I was going to be home a week, and then Jeremy came. We were going to hang out. So luckily, I was home. So I had the week after he left free rather than the week before.
Well, yeah.
So to me, getting him there 4 days early is not getting him there on time. But obviously, when you get there early, you can, okay, well, you know what, it's 2 days early. Can you get me another run or something? So on and so forth, which they can't, you know, they can't always guarantee that they'll be able to get you another run and get you back. But to me, getting home on time is getting home a day before I have to be. So if I tell you I have an appointment on the 12th, I want to be home on the 11th. If you get me home on the 10th, I'm good with that. If you get me home on the 11th during the day, I am good with that. You get me home at 23:59 on the 11th, I am not good with that, because I still have 2-3 hours before I can get home. You know?
Or what really got me is the time that we were going to your sister's wedding, and he was going to get us there 2 hours before the wedding.
Yes.
I'm like, hello?
Yes, that was,
dumbass.
we had scheduled to go to my sister's wedding in Florida, and he's keeping us over in that area. And I think we were in Savannah, Georgia, and he gives me a load that was going to get us there 2 hours before her wedding.
Yeah, that's lame.
When we were supposed to be there the day before the wedding.
Yeah.
So we ended up just deadheading. I said, no, I ain't taking the load. And we deadheaded and went and did our thing. We had a hotel. We had a rental car already for the day before and everything. So that was a fail on getting me home on time.
Oh, that was a bad one. And that one
the one when I had that important appointment.
It made me cry.
Yeah, that was a bad one. Fail getting me home on time.
You should not have to cry because your dispatcher does not get you home.
Yeah.
Never have to cry.
You should not have to deadhead over 1,000 miles either to get told, well, if you need to be home on that time, you're going to have to deadhead from, you know, Illinois to Texas. Because we have no loads going. We have nothing that will get you. Man, you can't tell me there's nothing I can pick up and even drop in Springfield. And I've deadheaded home from Springfield to Texas, 600 fucking miles.
Yep.
You know? So I thought Texas would be Houston, Texas would be a good area to get home. Apparently it's not.
Not with mine.
And for me to get home, you just got to get me to Dallas, Fort Worth. You can get me to Terrell, Texas. You get me Katy, Houston. You can get me to Oklahoma, Texas border, Lufkin, any of these areas. Get me within 300 miles of the house.
We are good.
And that was almost always impossible. Now, there was some times when we got to Dallas and delivered, you know, the day before, like tomorrow's my appointment, so today I need to be home. So we delivered that morning, and I figured I'd just deadhead home. And I get, well, if you can give me another day, I can get your load going to Houston. No, I ain't got another day. That was a lot of, you know, I need another day. So if you're more lenient on your home time, meaning, oh, okay, I want to be home on the 5th. Well, you can get me home on the 6th. You're fine. And that's another thing. Don't get me wrong either. When you ask for home time, figure a day each direction. You know, I want to be home on the 5th. Well, they might get you home on the 6th, or they might get you home on the 4th.
Yeah.
Maybe in the 3rd. But my thing is, hey, I have an appointment on this day. So if you want to get me home 2 days early, that's fine. Because I have an appointment I can't miss.
It was always those days.
So those are the times you can't come in and say, well, I'm going to get you there a day after. And before you leave a comment and say, well, that's trucking, that's what it is. No. Well, I'm getting a load offer. Can you see? Oh, no, it's on my phone.
It's on your phone.
All right, guys, Pontiac, Michigan. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, you can
Delivers tomorrow at 8 a.m. 600 loaded. Picks up at 8 p.m. and delivers tomorrow at All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go because I got to look at that load. And if I open it up, it's going to shut down this deal here. So anyways, we have a Facebook page, Trucking with David H. You have a wonderful day. Like, comment, subscribe.
Ring the bell.
And hit the damn like button on your way out. Jesus, criminally.